Hi, I'm here with Joseph Baldassare, who has an amazing event taking place in Midtown Manhattan at, where is it, Paul Stuart.
Paul Stuart, correct. 45th in Madison.
And outside on the street, it's incredible what you see there, these wonderful pictures and displays of Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, the Rat Pack. How did this all come about?
First of all, Sinatra used to shop in Paul Stuart. A lot of people don't know that. Paul Nourmand also used to shop there, not that he's in this particular
Well, Paul
exhibit.
Stuart Fashion, it's a store that's been open for how many
75
years?
years in that location. And it's probably the top clothier in New York, for sure, if not the whole U.S.
I was also surprised when I went there how big a store it is.
Yeah,
I thought it was
it's immense.
much smaller.
It's immense. A lot of people are intimidated by that level. And I knew that if you were to put the Rat Pack in the windows, they would be so welcoming on many levels that people would all of a sudden say, oh, I have to go in there, which is a tremendous value added because there's a lot of new customers that would come into Paul Stuart just based on the comfort level they would feel seeing Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis, etc.
Yeah, but there's more to it than just that. There's a book involved.
Yeah, well, whenever I do events or exhibits, I always make sure that we're operating on several levels. The book in particular is, well, the LA Times calls it the Rolls Royce of Sinatra memorabilia, which it is. It's 448 pages. It's a limited edition Rat Pack book with scans that are just pristine. I mean, you could almost cut out any page in the book, not that anyone should, and put it on the wall, frame it, and you wouldn't know the difference. I mean, that's the level of the printing quality. It's all hand-stitched in England. It's superior to anything that's ever been done.
But it's also pictures that have not been seen before.
Most of them, 70% I would say, have not been seen. So I use a book like that actually as the mothership or the anchor to the exhibit. Then I build an exhibit around it, and then I want to go even further than that. The entertainment for the evening were the Pizzarellis, John, Bucky, and Martin Pizzarelli. Bucky used to play with Sinatra. I brought...
Now, when you say entertainment for the evening, this was at the opening gala.
At the opening gala, yes, exactly, on the 10th of October. And then I also brought Dina Martin, who is Dean Martin's daughter. So there's this tremendous live tie-in to what we're doing. So it carries right through the store. I mean, it's not just here's a book signing, or here's a photo exhibit, or here's a concert. It's all in one evening. And that's what I try to bring.
And this is with your, I guess you call it a promotions company or marketing company, Art House 18.
Art House 18, yes.
Art company, how would you call Art House 18?
Art House 18 is, you know, everyone today is trying to get attention for obvious reasons. And some of them do it through social media, some of them do it through advertising, some of them run sales, whatever they can do to draw attention to themselves. But thankfully, some of them just call me. And by bringing in these events into the store, it transcends all of the above because people walk by the windows and they're so fascinated by the windows that they start snapping photos of it and instantly Instagram. It's all over the place. So your social media is built in. What you have to do is just create an event that is so memorable and so exciting that it actually goes right through the store, through the sales department of the store, through the floor of the store, through to the end user, the clientele. And they will create the social media actually for you. If you make an event that's spectacular enough, the Instagram, the social buzz on that is just phenomenal. And that has been the case with Paul Stuart. I mean, people have been Instagramming those windows like crazy.
Oh, I was outside on the street and I saw, in the few minutes I was outside, I saw people snapping pictures and doing all that.
So many times people think social media, oh, we have to attack social media. Well, actually, if you do an event that's spectacular enough, the social media will just fall right in line with that event.
So you have another project that's coming up in February?
Yeah, it's actually called The Big Picture, and it's featuring David Krakauer, who is a premier clarinetist. Clarinet's a very interesting instrument because prior to 1960, it was the electric guitar. I mean, Benny Goodman, Artie Shaw, everybody played clarinet. That was the mainstay. And then when the electric guitar came along, everything shifted and the clarinet sort of went cold. So I thought, wow, if I could attach the clarinet to its rightful place yet again, which is actually movies, where Benny Goodman and Artie Shaw, for example, had so many different parts in movies and their songs were in movies. Woody Allen, still to this day, uses a lot of those pieces in his movies.
And he plays.
And he plays as well, of course, every Monday night at the Carlisle, in fact. So I thought, wow, the coupling of the clarinet with movies, and then to go further, because David has a very, very strong audience, especially in the Jewish community, that I surely didn't want to turn my back on. Quite the contrary, I wanted to build on. So I thought, if we selected 14 great movies that each were Jewish themed, but more importantly, each had a fabulous piece of music in them, then we could tie together the perfect couple, the Lucy and Desi, which is music and movies. And we called it The Big Picture, and it will debut this February at the Holocaust Museum.
So it's an album, but it's also
an album launch with a multimedia
but then
show.
It's a live show now.
As well, with
And it's an
multimedia. Well, that's it. Having spent so many years in the music business, it was very different 25 or 30 years ago, where music for music's sake, or film for film's sake, or a book for book's sake, all of that could work. I think the collaging of everything into one event, correctly done, is really what gets people going. I think that that's something that I try to bring to everything I do, is collage as many things, not being random, but really looking at where the nucleus is, like with the Rat Pack. Here's your book, here's your photo exhibit, here's your live performance, but it's not just a live performance. Bucky used to play with Frank, Dina is Dean's daughter, etc. and so on. So it really is very concise. It's a very concise evening that makes perfect sense.
So this exhibition, it's going on till November 17th.
Correct.
And that's at 45th and Madison.
Correct, Paul Stuart.
Paul Stuart. So what else will people see there?
Well, besides fabulous clothing, they'll see the book, which Paul Stuart will be happy to show you. And of course, there's prints, both vintage and estate prints, but the estate prints are done by the sons of the photographers, and take it all in. And again, Christmas time is coming, Hanukkah's coming. They make fabulous gifts. The Rat Pack is
for all ages too.
Yeah, Rat Pack is timeless. It's 18 to 80, no different than the Beatles, James Dean, Marilyn Monroe. These are iconic images. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. At the very least, come on in and take a look at it.